Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Babblin. Sorry that I was away last week. I was busy getting a haircut. It just went on a little bit longer than expected. We've got
Very
the
long
usual guys
haircut.
that we know of.
What
it's a
they
very
do?
long
Fuck the
haircut,
fade
man.
up or something?
Yeah,
they cut it with a rock.
They
fucked it up and they cut it with a rock. Caveman style, man. He's back in the year one. He's just cutting it with two rocks.
It's COVID. Like, you had to give some time, like breathing space and things like that. Like, it was a huge, long process, man. I mean, come on.
That was it.
Anyway, I mean, what do you think, guys? I'm thinking that this is looking.
It looks
pretty decent.
good.
I think it looks well good,
I
man.
think it's fine.
Ethan's got a haircut. My hair
You
is
think?
Has a trim,
looking
yeah.
like a me character. We're all about
Ethan
Briefly
don't have
wanna-
much hair left.
No, it was just a
It's
light,
like
mate.
cornfield or something.
Look
Wow,
at you.
So
You
we've got,
fucking skull.
we've got the guys that you know of. Ethan, Nathan, Michael. How you all doing, guys? You all right?
Pretty
I'm very
dandy, man.
good,
How
thank
about
you, Ben. It's very nice to have you back.
Didn't have
enjoying
much
you-
fun that you had on
Bro.
the podcast last week. Just had a
That's
little
so much
Yeah.
about you.
Oh, you wouldn't
Best
believe it. Michael
episode
was
yet.
crying, Ethan was just throwing his chair everywhere, screaming.
celebrated.
Honestly, it was a
Who's
podcast.
that other guy? I
We'll
can't
just-
remember his name. It's all right. Don't worry.
He's
That
back
guy
now.
with a shit fade.
Yeah, I go with the shit fade, yeah.
Well, a slap in the face.
Missed you guys as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, today, guys, so I've had a long time to think about exactly what I want to go into and what I want to talk about. And I was thinking, like, about academics and stuff. Like, uni's just finished, we're out into the real wide world, and the only thing that we've ever known is education, academics, school, college, sixth form, university, and things like that. And I wanted to relive that in a sense and just talk about our youth a little bit. And straight off,
boy.
just going right into it, I'm going to go to you first, Nathan, because I remember, like, I was speaking about this to my parents and we started to reminisce about, because I was a little shit when I was a kid.
Join the club,
I don't know
yeah.
if you guys could get to that. But, like,
Everyone
what's
was a
the
little
most
shit,
amount of-
yeah.
Ben,
Yeah.
little shit. I never thought.
What's the most amount of trouble that you ever got into, like, when you was young, like with your parents especially, like, and what sort of punishments did you get into? Because I know, man, like, when I was a kid and I would get into trouble, I'd know about it, you know what I mean? And you do that thing where you're like, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
the worst one is when you get your full name called out. Do you know how scary it is for me to sit at home and hear
Mm,
Nathan Ashley Keating? I'm like, oh
Mm.
no, I'm like, nah, packing
Yeah,
my
you
bags,
knew that's
I'm out.
it. Like, you had to start praying then, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Game over. The belt is out. You're finished. That's it.
If it was just Nathan, cool. But Nathan Ashley Keating, that was it.
That's the end
Game,
game.
Go on then,
game
like,
over, man. Game
Like, I know
over.
it's a bit of a broad question, but
Pull
if you
the
could
belt
narrow it
out.
down- if you could pull it out, like, what's the most amount of trouble that you think that you've got? Like, what comes to mind first? Maybe not the most amount, but when you was a kid, like, what?
Oh, I was reckless as a kid. So, I mean, but it was more just like, not because I was bad behaved, but just because I just wanted to just do shit all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I remember there was one instance where, you know those snapping things where you throw them onto the ground? And
Yeah,
those
little-
explosions.
Yeah.
So when I was in
Wow.
school, you know, like
Little
you get those little,
firecracker things.
they're like little
balls.
firecrackers. You just throw them on
Oh.
the floor and they make those little snap noises.
Yeah, yeah. I
Anyway,
get you,
so-
I get you.
When I was in school, we had a box of them, and we went into the boys' toilets and we put them, like, we got a little bit of like blue tack or something. We just put them underneath the lids, like not the actual lid itself, but the ring bit, and we put it down like gently, so the next person that sat on it, it would explode. And I remember just coming out of the cubicle and just waiting, and we just saw someone go in, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to wait to hear this or just go. I don't know what would be funny. I was like, no, I'll wait. So I waited outside the toilet, just literally with my ear to the door like that, and all I heard was a ah! And I was like, wait. And then I heard, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
Nathan, man.
No, you-
You're a bad kid.
I'm sorry,
you know.
Mitchell.
That's Mitchell. If you're watching this now,
Oh,
get your revenge.
Yeah.
No,
I
he won't be
mean-
watching. He can never look at Nathan again.
yeah, I know. Oh, I'm your
What about
worst
you,
nightmare,
Michael?
bro.
Yeah, kind of like Nathan. I was a lot more of an evil kid. I mean, as much as I could be
What
the
do you
teacher's
do,
pet-
Mike? Nick someone's chocolate
What do you do?
bar?
Literally make people shit themselves in the toilet as
No,
well?
no,
I helped him out.
No, I was a bit more devious. In year 4, there was like some sort of clan. Did you ever like have like friends groups that were like divided into smaller friends groups in primary school and whatever?
Yeah.
There was like a sort of clan war going on, and like one I don't know, but basically one mate wasn't getting along with another mate, and I wasn't really involved. I didn't really care. And then they were having an argument in the playground, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to get involved with this." So I walked away, and the mate who my mate was arguing with said, "Oh, go on then, walk away, you coward." And for some reason, I turned around, walked up to him. I know, yeah.
What?
What a
didn't.
some harsh
way.
words, fellas. So I turned around
Wow.
to him, walked up to him, straight up uppercucked him, and
I bet you
then
broke your arm. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, your
Jesus.
arm's that little.
bloody, I made him bleed. That's when we're getting
Fucking hell,
serious, fellas.
Whoa.
Wow.
And yeah, I straight up sucker punched him and got completely bollocked from my teacher. But that wasn't even like, I was fine with the teacher telling me off. It was my mom, because the moms are always the
yeah.
scariest. Like my mom, I was terrified of my mom when she got angry as a kid. Like I would run away, and yeah, she like, what the fuck are you doing? She wouldn't swear. My mom's not that bad, but yeah.
I remember how different I acted at parents' evening as well. Like you could be a little shit tea teachers when it's just your teachers, little shit tea parents when it's just parents. But when they both come together, you turn into like the most formal kid ever. Please take a seat.
It's the
Push back.
worst scenario.
So very
yeah.
sensible,
Nice
yeah.
to see you. Thank you very much.
He's a
I
very
hope you
bright
okay.
child who's got a good future.
Yeah.
Look, I
And it's
swear
just
I'm
like,
good.
shut up.
Honest, it's just the kids I sit with. They're bad on me.
I love you, Mrs. Anderson.
Bad influence, that kid.
What about you, Eve? What's your story then? Like most amount of trouble that you ever got into with your parents, or one that just comes to mind anyway.
Oh, one that was funny, actually. So basically, we was all moving house from our original house in Bank Road to Tenter Street, and me and my brother were there, and we was fucking about in the garden, and basically we must have fell out about something. So we was having a bit of a scrap, and he was on top of me, and I couldn't get him off, so I bit him. I bit his tit or something, and he like screamed. And guess what? I jumped on my bike and biked it back home. And he was like crying and everything. And I got home, and Dad was like, "You felt like you're in a rush." Before you know it, like the old lad's back home, like tearing up and everything. Me and my brother, used to always scrap. We used to, because we shared a room. We just thought, you know what, you need your own space, and you just get rather.
Can we quote that?
Yeah.
I bit his tit.
A bit is tit. That's the
Can we
thumbnail,
put
Can that be a
everybody.
quote
Yeah.
for the episode? Like,
Yeah.
not even the highlight,
Yeah.
just the episode.
I bit his tit.
Yeah,
Bit
yeah,
his
yeah.
tit.
Babblin,
you know.
2020. Ethan, we'll
Mate,
get it on a t-shirt.
My arms were I was basically like limbless, and then I thought, well, I've got my head here, so that's the only weapon I've got.
Limbless.
Anyway, so another
Wait,
time.
explain that limbless.
I was going to say.
He's fucking sitting on top of me. I couldn't get him off. So
Your
I thought, you know
arm.
what?
So
Your
other
arm was
arm's
gone.
Your legs are gone.
Well, what am I going to do with my leg? Like, just pull up, kick him off.
You had to pin down.
I mean,
All right,
you wouldn't have
anyway.
bit him.
All right, fuck that. That was one time. Another time, we're saying that. But another time was, we must have been gaming or something. And my brother said, "Eve, like, be quiet, you're too loud." And my mate said, "Fuck off. Like, you're loud as well." Before you know, let's start scrapping. So I'll win to begin with. I'll use go in like full blaze and smack him. And then as soon as I've hurt him a bit, I cowered down and just come and like smack me. And then my dad would come in like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" And he's like, "Come on, lads, for me, like, behave, lads, come on, for me." He used to always do that one, "For me, lads, come on, be good." Like, no, you don't want to. And then we'd calm down, and that'd be it. It'd be like resolved.
Oh, fair play. So your dad knew what to do then.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was just like tension at that one point, and then immediately.
Yeah.
It
If it was my sister though, if my sister was pissing us off, and we got angry with her, he would use that one again. "For me, come on, for me."
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Because my sister, well, you know, she's the little sister in the family, so you know how they are. Like,
Nathan,
I
you've
mean,
got.
if I'm gonna bring up mine, I mean, obviously there's so many, but the first one that comes to mind is a bit underwhelming. But I remember how serious it was at the time, and you guys are gonna hear this and go, "What?" But at the time, like this ended up being like a huge thing, and I don't know why to this day. So there's this kid who used to live down my road. This is when I was in primary school. I think I was in year 5 or year 6 at the time, and this kid down my road, I was really good friends with him for like many years. And I ended up going to the shops to him, just to Tesco's, just around the corner from my house. And me being the way that I was, man, like I just didn't really care or anything like that. I was just, I just did and said what I wanted. Just a stupidly weird kid. And I went around to the shop and I seen some kid in another year And I was like, I know him. Oh, he goes to my school, he does. Oh, yeah, no, I know this guy. I was thinking, because every single time that I went to the shop, everyone's like this, yeah? If you're with your mom, you want something. You want a sweet, man. But I've just come to the shops with you. You think I'm just going to walk around and not ask for that Kinder Egg? That ain't going to happen. I want that toy. Like, get me the Kinder Egg, innit? I thought, so, I've got a kid here from our school. Maybe his mom will get me a Kinder Egg. So I just went up to her and I was like, yo, can you get us Kinder Egg? Obviously, she said no. Like no question about it. I was just like, bless them, see you later. Like, and your son's friend no more. Like, that's just the way that it is now. Like, forget it. Then it's all gone out the window. And everything was fine. Next day after school, asking for a Kinder Egg, even to this day, man, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. There's way worse you can do as a kid than do anything like that. But anyway, this is what happened. Next day after school, my mum comes to pick me up and she's in absolute hysterics, right? She's crying, she's screaming, she's like going at it. I can't believe that you done this. I'm just sat there going, what the fuck? What are you on about? I was like, you've embarrassed me in front of the whole school. Can't believe you did blah 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 blah. I was like, what? Oh, you asked you asked someone for a Kinder Egg at the shop the other day, and I was in so much shit for that.
Oh, you asked for a bag of fucking. Have a 10, please.
Trust me, it's like I robbed from a purse or something. Got the Kinder Egg, looked at it, and said, "Look what your money got me," and then lobbed the Kinder Egg on the floor. That's what it means to me. Like,
Jesus,
it was absolutely nuts. And so, I remember bringing it up to my mum like years later, because at the time I was terrified. Like, oh, if my dad finds out, oh, sorry. Like, I just couldn't. I couldn't even talk about it. It's mad, isn't it? And I brought it up like years and years later, and my mum's obviously there, just like, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Never
I don't know what you mean. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Parents do that, to be fair.
I never, ever got any sort of closure on that at all. I don't know what that was about. But if I have to think about anything, that's what comes to mind.
Still to this day, when you see Kinder Egg in the shop, like, you look past.
Wish. Yeah, what
see the Kinder Egg, you just go, good God.
Go away. Bad memories, man. I don't care what toy's in now. I'll never know it's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't need that. I don't need that stress in my life.
Ben's
but another
mom,
question
if
for
you're
you
listening.
boys. Like, another part, even when you're a kid, like, you can be quite erratic and stuff, and like a load of shit can happen and stuff. Have you guys ever been involved in any sort of fights before? Because I know I've been involved in like one, and it was the cringiest thing ever, man. Like, it wasn't at school as such, but it was at the park, literally just down the road from my house as well. And these kids, none of them I really knew at all. I knew them very, very vaguely. But you know when you get these dickhead sort of chavvy roadman type kids who just like, they think they're well above everyone else.
Yeah, well,
and they had this other lad with them. I think he was their cousin or something like that. And he was just like me. He was a very sheepish sort of lad. And they got us to fight out of nowhere for no reason.
Gladiator.
And it was one of those, like, I didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was. But bang, we were throwing fists at each other out of nowhere. Like, it's just happening. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's just like so strange in that. And I remember me and him, it was the cringiest fight ever. We were grappling like,
left, right.
And I remember, because we ended up like just stuffily like grappling, and we were like about 200 yards away from them up the fucking like field and shit. And then I think they'd forgotten about this by now. They're like, what have we done, sort of thing. And this guy was like, look, I'm just his cousin, man. Can you please just let me win? Can you let me win? And I was there because I was just trying to keep my composure. And I was just like, but I wanted to get out of there. I was shattered. I was just done. I just didn't want anymore. I was like, yeah, bro, yeah. And then I was like, how are we doing this then? Right, just pretend to punch me there. Pretend to punch me. And he just goes like that. He completely misses. So blatantly obvious. And me being at the time. So he throws a punch. And then about 2 seconds later, and I just go, ah! And I'm finished. That's it. I'm done.
You fucking wetter.
I'm going to stay here.
It's like watching WWE. Like, jeez.
I'm over. Yeah. That's exactly it. Randy Orton edge.
Just like watching The Rock, innit?
Yeah. And then I was like, John Cena, man, you're not going to see me. I'm done.
Shut up, bitch.
Game over. I'm on. Because I was about 200 yards away. I was near my house anyway, and I'm thinking, that's it, man. This is over. I'm finished now. I don't really get angry anyway. Like, I'm not the sort of person to get confrontational or involved in any sorts of those things. So out of nowhere, me and this kid crying at each other going, like, it's just the worst thing ever. And I've never been in a fight since then, and I don't plan on it either.
Yeah, I'm more or less the same. Like, I avoid conflict as much as I possibly can. But in school, it was very easy to get me pissed off. Like, I used to always have, like, I don't even want to call them fights, because secondary school fights really aren't fights. It's just like maybe one good swing, a couple of sort of slaps at each other, and then half the time it's just like a big ring, and it's just you at the other end of the ring, just circling each other, going round.
You're just sitting there like, what the fuck are we doing? Can we just go home, like,
Every time I used to have it, I was like, why is everyone here? I was like, barely anything's happening. I'm just going to push him on the floor and be done with it. Like,
oh, yeah.
But I remember, like, it was just being this, like, one kid. He was, like, just a small little guy, but he always used to find a way to, like, piss me off. So, like, maybe I'd, like, kick him in the leg or something like that. Not even, like, to fight. It was just, like, a random jab, and then I'd just walk off or something.
Okay,
I remember one time I backhanded.
Give me the cheese string.
Give me the cheese strings. But it was like I backhanded him, and like his lip got caught in his brace, and he was literally going around the whole day just like that. And I was like, oh shit. Like the thing is, I look back on it, I don't think he actually said anything that was that bad to me. But at the time, I was so pissed off. I literally just went, bam, and his lip was just caught in his brace like that for the whole day. And I was like, oh shit.
Nathan, you evil, man.
I was evil. I was a dickhead.
Sorry about that. We just had some technical difficulties on the Zoom call, and now Michael's in a totally different location. Don't worry about that. That's absolutely fine. Right, guys, jumping back into it. Let's go to Ethan. So, have you had any fights then, Ethan? From your
all right. So I can remember one that was.
I can imagine you just going mental at people.
Oh,
like,
Ethan,
like,
you go ham. Really swing, going ape shit, man.
It's quite the opposite, really. I'm quite placid. So, so what happened was, I was in a science lesson or maths or something, and I thought, you know what, I need a piss. So I thought, yo, sir, can you go to the toilet? Yes, sir. So I went, you walked to the toilet and all. I walked, fucking hell, why was there about 8 blokes in here? What's going on? Basically, what they were doing is, there's a guy I know, and I ain't going to name his name, but basically he was having a shit. You know how it is when you're at school and someone's taking a shit. All weird about it.
Don't do that.
So anyway, all these lads thought it was funny to start taking pictures of him on the shitter. Well, anyway, because I was in there, because I was so happened to be in there and went for a piss, washed me. I thought, what's going on, guys? I thought, might as well leave this. About a few hours later, I got called out of the class. I thought, well, what's going on? I got called to the principal office as well as all officers. Do you know why you're here? I was like, no. Well, what's going on? You could be put on a sexual, like, child. What was that thing where you, like, indecent photos of, like, people under the age of 18? Because I was at school, they were still under the age of 18. I was as well as him, obviously. He said, you know what, you could be put on the thingy offenders list. I'm like, what the fuck? Yes, I didn't even do anything. He said, who was involved then? Obviously, I thought, well, fuck this, I ain't getting in the shit. He said it was so-and-so. You know, that's going to end up like this, like, kid that's, like, you know, super hard.
Yeah.
He's a little dweeb now, but anyway, he's super hard at the time. And I was walking home, I was going on holiday. It's Friday, I was going on holiday the next day. I thought, yes. Anyway, I heard some guy shout my name. Oi! I said, oh, here we go. You grassed on me. I said, well, I just told the truth. Said, the friends don't do that. I said, well, yeah, friend. Before you know it, like, so your mate just came and fucking jawed me, like, yeah, twisted around. I was like, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
I got really angry. I said, come on then. And then this guy pulled him off, and there's me with a fucking black eye, and that was it. That was literally, it just jawed me once. And then
no.
Wow, that's brutal. Wow.
I walked.
We need to go find him now. We need to end this.
We've got to finish just to knock him out.
Yeah, we'll bop him.
Yeah, he's all right now, but at the time I was a bit of a mongolite. Anyway, I was walked home. My dad said, fucking hell, what's happened to your face? Some cunt, so it hit me. And then my dad's like, we've got to take photos of that. We've got to report him. So I think they ran the school up or something. And I think he got it. But there's me going fucking Butlins the next day. So we're like fucking like Sylvester Stallone face. Like, what's going on, bro?
I love how minimal you put everything. It's like, oh, what happened to your face? Like, some cunts at me. Like,
oh my god!
Like it's nothing. Man. Like
and that was pretty much it. And I think it was like the summer holiday or the break, and it so happened to get me fucking black eye like before I went away. Yeah,
that's a bit of a shame.
Did anyone else picture that story as Ethan, 21 years old, not younger? Because I said,
yeah. Couldn't imagine anything like that. Go on, Michael. What about you with any sort of fights or anything?
The only one I've got into was the one I told before, which was in year 4. Besides that, I haven't really been in any scraps. You know, I've just kept my peace. I mean, when I got mugged, I was like throwing a couple punches.
I could only imagine.
Oh, God,
You
Put
can't
'em up,
defend
put
yourself.
'em up.
Put them up, I say, good sir.
Well, I won't go too.
I bet you
much
like
into it,
Popeye under
but
that fucking Bill Gates fucking top, ain't you?
you know it, man.
Not Bill Gates,
but-
Steve Jobs. Still.
Bill, I was gonna say Bill Gates. But yeah, no. Besides that, I haven't really thrown many punches. I'll have you know. But yeah. Did you guys ever like make a clan as a kid? Like
Clan.
Yeah, on Halo, mate.
Man.
no,
Yo,
no,
Halo,
like
Clash of
a
Clans.
kids.
Yeah.
Because I made like me and my friends all made a clan called the Black Scorpions. We're really like such losers, and we would like.
What, you made a
go
gang
out-
in school?
No, it was like after school. You
I bet you were
go
like
to
a
the
white
park.
supremacist, weren't you? You just gave your
Bloody
head.
hell,
You look like
Ethan,
one
no. We walk around.
Michael, you're 2
park.
steps away from EDL, honestly.
Oh God, no.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
We
Look like
had
one.
all people involved in this group, and we just walked around the park with sticks and like climbed this tree that had fallen down from a lightning strike. It was
How
great.
old
We're going to Isengard.
I was like 5, I don't know, 5 or 6. Isengard, yeah. But,
Oh, okay, you're 5 or 6. Okay.
oh yeah,
cool.
no, we weren't
I
in
thought.
secondary
I don't know
school.
why I thought you were in secondary school doing this.
No,
That's
no.
bullied. He got
No one-
bullied.
I thought you were at school. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, no, that would have been pretty. Yeah, I would have been bullied.
Surprised we never saw you do it at uni.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Coming, hobbits, smoke ganja with me.
That's Michael. We got a seminar now. He just walks in with like a towel as a cape and like a shit stick with like dog shit on the end of it that he just walked in with. Like,
I don't know what this is, but it smells kind of funky.
this is my
I
new
remember,
towel.
I remember how grim shit was at school as well. I don't know what it was like for you, but especially primary school. Like I remember lunch times and shit, and I never used to bring a packed lunch. I used to always go for the dinners, like properly.
Oh,
There.
right.
Oh, I had a packed lunch to be
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, I had a
No,
pack lunch.
trust me.
Oh,
It
yeah, the
weren't,
packed
no,
lunch, yeah.
no. The actual meals and stuff. Don't get me wrong, they're amazing. But I remember going to the cutlery sometimes, and you just see like some kid would always wipe like a bogey on them or something,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
some
before that.
shit like that. Yeah. I imagine Ethan was that fucking child.
Mate, you're on about
Ethan
it.
did that.
I didn't
Even
even
just looks at the dinner. Even just looks at the dinner lady like, "You're right, Eve." Like,
big old chest to be on. What do you want, dude? Do you want some fish? Do you want some chicken?
the worst thing, I think, secondary school, the scariest thing about the food was those pasta pots. Do you remember those?
I
Oh,
love
no, they did them in
They were
secondary
no,
school.
they were terrifying because there was a girl at our
What?
school apparently who found maggots in theirs, and they were like,
Bro, that's just your school, bro.
Mate, that's just
That's
pasta.
just food standards.
yeah, but even then, like,
Fucking blind.
I don't know. I used to look at it, and it just used to always smell weird. I think I only had one.
I used to always make an effort to get on with the dinner
Yeah,
lady.
yeah,
I wanted
guys.
that little extra sprinkle of cheese, a little bit more pasta sauce.
Did you have
How are
that?
you doing today,
My
Barbara?
dinner
You okay?
ladies were all assholes. They were just
have them
old people.
Nah,
and-
they were nice, man.
Did you have them
Oh,
soup? Do you ever have them
Got
little
connect.
machines where you put your money in and a fingerprint?
Oh, the fingerprint, yeah. But the
Yeah.
problem was that like sometimes your coins wouldn't get accepted, so you had to scratch it like
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh, we were old school.
Yeah.
You just sit there like hacker man.
Oh, I don't know about you guys, but in the
I'm
breakfast,
in.
I always had a go-to breakfast thing occasionally, like the bacon and sausage baguette. Wow.
Yeah, we had something.
Yeah,
like
we
that,
had
yeah.
some.
We
yeah,
had
something
We had, like,
chicken
cheese and
burgers,
beans and stuff. Yeah.
It
chocolate
wasn't that bad
brownies.
actually, was it? Thinking about it, you had all these like. What they
That used to be
called?
the most depressing time for me. Getting in there and then
Flapjacks.
having to have one of them in just before school. Like you just starting your day, like just having some shitty like bacon roll. They'd like a slice of bacon and most of it was just fucking bread.
When I was
Tastes like
when I was
bland.
younger,
Yeah,
I
it
was
was,
so
wasn't it?
gassed
It was
about
like-
getting those. I used to always make sure I had like a pound to get one. So
I was
like,
gonna say,
yeah,
same.
like year 7, like I got like a bacon back before I go to English for
Speaking
maths.
of
And
it-
then like after that, I just realised this is bad. Like this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
actually really
Nate.
bad.
Speaking of like a pound or a £1.50, you know when you used to go out with your mates, like, oh, I'll call for you. We'll go out on the bikes. Anyway, you'd bring like a pound or a £1.50 where you go to the little corner shop. You could get so much for that. Get some like them alien crisps, then 50p chocolate bars, like a knockoff.
Space
Lickers
Raiders. Yeah, what were they? Go on our crisp tier list, weren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were. Or
Like,
amazing.
I don't know if you guys were the same. Like, this is the last thing that we'll say now before we wrap up. But
Mm.
always feeling the need to impress when you're a kid. You always had to
God.
like, you always had to have something. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
always had to
Oh,
have your way to like
literally.
look good or impress. And I remember, right, I had the whole class in on this, and it was one of my best moments from primary school. My parents must have got some like jewels or decorative things for the garden from home base or B&Q, right? About £1.49. These things that look like little jewels. They're like these little orange and clear, transparent jewel things that sort of look like diamonds. And when I was a kid, and I mean like 8, 9, I used to think, whoa, we got some diamonds at the
Diamonds in the back garden.
And I used to dig them up, get them in hand, put them in my pocket and stuff. Yo, boys ain't gonna believe what I found, you know. And I'd go into school and I'd be like, guys, don't talk to anyone about this. But I think I've landed on something real here. And I'll pull these out, guys. I'll get you whatever you want. Yeah, you know those sketches you're thinking about. Don't worry about it. You're blessed, bro. You're blessed. I'm Godfather in it. Like your problems are all done now.
Yeah,
that house should have
I'm the Don.
That murky thinking. Kobe's got you, man.
Was that?
See, I used to think
pick them
really
out,
savvy.
and they'll be there, like they'll be like, Ben, what the fuck? Where did you get these? Say nothing. I've got my places.
I used to think I was really
ages.
savvy.
They believed that I was like this fucking, I don't know, Godfather of the school. It was a good time,
You
man.
were the guy with
the
time.
You were the guy.
What were you going to say, Nathan?
I was going to say, I used to think I was like
jewels.
really savvy because when I was in like primary school, the thing that used to go around was match attacks and Pokemon cards.
And Go-Go's,
And-
or were they called
Go
Go-Go's?
Creator Bones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
But,
my god, man.
I used to
Classic.
do this thing
Loom
where
bands.
if I didn't have like the top card, like the shinies or something, what I used to do, I used to take like the shit cards that I didn't like, go online, like Google, get a picture of like the cards that I wanted, maybe like a Venusaur or like a shiny Charizard, print it out, glue it onto the shit cards, and put some sprinkle, put some little bit of glue and sprinkle it on. So I got to them like, yeah, I got the shiny Charizard, and people would believe me for a little bit.
That's
I remember
great.
I traded one with one kid. He had like all these other legendaries, but that was the
No
one he was
way.
missing. So I was like, oh, I can just make another one. So I was like, yeah, cool. So I gave him that, and he gave me all his legendaries or whatever. And then about like a couple hours later, he started like screaming. He was like proper like rearing. I was like, yo, what's going on? And he was like, this card's a fake. I was like, you can't prove it. And he just literally put it in front of me and just went, and I was like, oh shit. I was like,
match attacks.
yeah. And I was just sat there like, well, you kind of already gave me the cards, so I'm keeping the cards.
Confiscated, didn't you, by the teachers?
Nathan, man.
Oh
Gotta
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Nathan.
In the end, my cards got confiscated, and he never got his legendaries back.
I had a very.
Oh,
You get them back at the end of the day.
Yeah, back at the end of the day, yeah, at the end of my
Unbelievable.
fucking life. Like, come on,
I
man.
bet he
Nice.
collected them. Yeah, I got these legendaries now.
Yo, I ruined that kid's life, man. He's probably on crack or something now. Like, I ruined it.
Oh God, what a twist!
He's probably in a crack dead now. Just like, I gave away my Rayquazer, my Kyogre, my Groudon.
I used to love things like that though. They were cool. Loom bands as well. That I remember getting banned for like.
Yeah,
in
and
my
shag
school.
bands.
Oh, yeah.
And shag bands.
What?
I don't
What,
remember
like-
those ones.
Do you
They're the
remember?
ones where
They're
they're
called
like-
I think they're Scoobies as well.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I think I know what
Yeah.
you mean. Yeah.
Shag
Well,
bands and
Always.
Scoobies.
Do you remember like games like the Maze game and Cubefield and shit? Do you remember shit like that? I remember the Maze game. The Maze game. Fuck me, man. I remember at lunchtime one time we snuck into the teacher's room. And we were like, oh, this is gonna be so funny. Like, because the Maze game, you'd have 3 levels, right? You'd go through these, like, obviously these mazes and stuff with the mouse, get to the end and go to the next level. Then on the third level, go all the way through, and it would be really tight at the top, and you just touch the side, and that picture of the Exorcist comes up, and it's screaming and shit, and that's the game. So we did that. My mate was in there, and he got to the 3rd level, cranked it up to the top, put it on full blast, just getting to level 3. And just as he's getting up that little bit, who walks through the door with like a fucking pasta pot or some rice or some shit? The fucking teacher. Obviously, she's going to come through the fucking door and that with her lunch.
Yeah.
At that very moment, smacks into the side. The fucking game goes off, and it is beyond like the decibels it reached, man. It went off the fucking scale. It was like a concert in the room. Her meal went flying. Bang everywhere, and then for the next week, mate, I like from PTSD and shit. I don't even remember exactly what happened. The amount of trouble I got into for that was fucking unworldly. She went absolutely fucking ballistic. I remember having to pick up like all of the pasta and the rice and shit. And oh man,
All the kids turn around on the computers.
no, it was lunchtime, innit? But I think even then, like the whole world just sort of paused for a moment. Did you hear that?
Just goes to
What was
slow
that?
motion like.
Yeah, man. No, I had some cool times at school. But anyway,
It's good
guys,
times, yeah.
on that note, that sums up the episode. This episode. What are we on now? 5, 6?
Episode 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
All right.
good.
There we go.
Good
Been an
episodes,
adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
A nice
See you
trip
guys
down
next
for everyone
week.
watching. Thank you for joining us, guys, and we'll speak to you next time.
See you next
All right,
time.
peace out, bye.
See you later, guys.